Circle K Mum of 3. Is Rayman 3 over 9,000? Yes, Rayman 3 is definitely over 9,000! It is definitely over 9,000. What was your first console? My first console that I owned was PS1. Got that when I was 3. It was 3 days before my 4th birthday, but I'm not splitting hairs. I was 3, and it was the first game I ever got. Was Crash 2, but I got that when I was 3. Again, 3 days before my 4th birthday, because it was Christmas. But I'm not splitting hairs. But then again, my dad has some footage of me through an old video of me playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1 when I was 1. I died a lot, but that's not the point. I was 1, what do you expect? So technically, you could say my first console was Sega Genesis, but oh well. And what is the most amount of money you've spent on a game? Well, when I got my PS2, it came with Gran Turismo 3 and Crash Rough Cortex, and because me and my dad both chipped in on that, and well, actually, yeah, it was me, Dad. So if I say that it was all mine, just as an example, because I did buy it. It was about 200, but it came with, or whatever, 150 I think, but it came with a console. Actually, no, scratch that, it's Wii Sports, Nintendo Wii, I bought that all myself. Wii Sports came with a Wii, it was 150 something pounds, I think it was like 151. So yeah, that's the most I've ever spent on a game, because it came with a bloody console. There you go. IceCat1047. What was the first video game you have ever played? Well, I just technically answered that. It was, Crash Bandicoot 2 or Sonic 1, depending on what view you have of it. Sonic 1 was my first ever game I ever played. Crash 2 was the first game I ever played where I actually knew what I was doing and had some sort of form of consciousness to what I was actually doing, apart from going, Sonic died. Game over. Daddy, help me. And then he played it for an hour and beat it with all 7 Chaos Emeralds. But that's not the point. So yeah. Then number 2. What is the worst video game you have ever played in your entire life? Well. I think some people are going to say, no, that's wrong, there are far worse games, but you've probably played. And that being true, I despise Bubsy 3D. At the moment, that is the only thing I can think of right now, because I hate it so much. But yeah, number 3. If you could become any member of Organization 13, who would you be and why? I think I'll be Xemnas because I love the fact that he's like a Star Wars character. I don't know why, and that when he puts on his suit of armor, he has a mixture of all Organization 13 powers. So yeah, you're saying, oh, you want to be the overpowered one, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because he has all their powers, and I want all of them because they're all fucking badass. Despite some of them may act like pussies. Damn it. Anyway, yeah. Salty DKO says, what is your least favorite Kingdom Hearts character? P.S. I spelled Charter wrong. Oh no, it was Charter. P.S. spelled Charter wrong. Lol. Yeah, character. Least favorite. Least favorite. I don't know. Really? Sephiroth. There you go, Sephiroth. Why? Because he's an ass. There you go. Question answered. Sephiroth is a total ass. I despise him with an unbelievable passion. And I hope that someday I never need to fight him again in any future Kingdom Hearts games. Saying that, it will probably happen. Okay, Golden Knight yes, or David, because he sent these questions on Skype. Number 1, he only did 2 of them, but they were awesome. Number 1, if Daleks were going to destroy the world, What would be the last game you want to play in life? Okay. Okay. Right. Now, good question. You know how much I like Daleks. I don't know. I mean, my favourite Ratchet & Clank game is by far, and I mean by far, Ratchet & Clank 3. It's just absolutely incredible. It plays brilliantly. Like none of the characters are badly. None of the characters are bad in any way. They've all got brilliant personalities and stuff. So that would probably be it. But saying that, playing through Super Mario Galaxy 2, fuck me, that's a good game. So I don't know. It's one of those two. It's got to be Ratchet & Clank 3, or maybe Crash 2. Crash 2, Crash Team Racing, Ratchet & Clank 3, or Mario Galaxy 2, because or Jak 3. Out of the things I can think of, that has to be it. I just love them. And question 2: if hell made you play horrible video games, which would be the worst for you? Again, good question. Bubsy 3D. Somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you. Yawn turned into that. I yawned, so I thought doing it. Bubsy 3D. I want to be the GB. I hate that game. It's not that it's not well designed. That game is brilliantly designed. It's better than the original I Want to Be the Guy, in my opinion, because it's just so brilliant and it's so excellent. However, it is harder than any I Want to Be the Guy game I've ever played before, and I despise it for that reason, despite the fact that I have a huge respect for it. So I guess that would be it. I think it's those two. Yeah, I think that was it, because if I didn't replay Grinch, I would say Grinch, but I'm getting to like that game, because it is pretty well designed, despite the fact it has a lot of graphical glitches. But I'm beginning to like that, and 40 Winks I used to hate, but I think it was more to do with the fact I played it when I was like 5, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I sort of like it now. Yeah, I want to be the GB Bubsy 3D, because Bubsy 3D has no excuse. The game before that was on a SNES and it worked a lot better. So yeah, that has no excuse. So that's my question and answer session. It was quite long. That'll be split into 2 parts. Next up will be Rayman 3, which is I believe 30 parts. I can go and check that. But I believe it's 30 parts. Is it 30 parts? Yeah, 30 parts. And I got the Best of Teal Game Master clips to do. That's 2 parts. Be warned, they are not the best. They are the best, but they're not all of them. I picked a few out of millions that I found. So yeah, there's not a whole good deal. I could have done a lot more, to be honest. But I don't have enough hours in the day to look through every single video. But I could think of, those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head. And I know there were a lot better ones. I know that much. But I just didn't get them. But yeah. So yeah. Final question dedicated to me. What is your favourite Doctor Who quote? Buddha Man!